Okay, hey, it's one more thing I forgot to add. It's the 17th still. I know I'm really rolling along on these, but that's how things were happening. I mean, things were just like hopping and popping and like, whoa. So, it's kind of like this is how things were. But also, I thought about it, and I know I say Tori Magoo, right? That's been my nickname for a long, long time. I started out with Magoo. I think it was Miss Magoo 55. And then, it's rolled on from there. It's a Tori Magoo 44. Okay, so here's the history behind that, and I have to say it because, bless my father, he died when I was 22, right after I got into Scientology. And he and I had had a tumultuous relationship in that I was a pretty wild thing as a teenager, and he was a very strong, you're going to do it my way, right? So right before he had passed away, unbeknownst, nobody knew he was going to die. Nobody. I mean, nobody knows when somebody's going to die. But I mean, he was only 51 or 52. He was younger than I am right now. And we knew he had something, like some kind of a condition with high cholesterol or something. But certainly not that he was going to die, right? And I just happened to write him this letter thanking him for all that he'd done for me that was good, telling him how much I loved him, how much I cared about him. It was just like I was the only person of all the people that, you know, got to say how I felt. And then he died, and everyone was like, "Ah, I wish I had told him this. I wish I could have said this to him, that kind of thing." So I always say to people, tell people how you feel. You never know how long you're going to live. And I know I've said this before, but new people come on. I also want to say a ton of people have been calling me, people that are leaving. This is really great. People from other things that are watching this and going, oh my God, I'm in the same thing. I thank you. I'm really glad for all of you that your own little Truman shows are starting to crack open. This is how it is. It's very spooky. It's very weird, but you know what? You can do it. I'm here. I'm testimony that you can do it. You can make it. So now here's a picture of my dad. This is him when he was a young guy with my mother. They were in Carmel. It's really cool. Here he is, number 44, Chicago Cardinals. He was a quarterback. He's in the American Hall of Fame. Really cool guy, very courageous, right? And this is a picture of my grandfather and my great-grandfather. And it's just sort of like, for me, these are my spiritual teammates on my desk. And here's somebody that I love. You can't see who it is. Okay, that's fine. Because that's my secret other person that's been wonderful for me. So anyway, these people, including God or higher power, and I know there's people that are out there, they're atheists, they don't believe in God. I'm not like a huge, it isn't like a big, big deal for me, but it is, I do have a belief in something, higher powers, and I feel like they've helped me. My father, for sure, was the person like on my shoulder when I was waking up saying, you can do it, go on, do it. And that's why I put in Magoo, because for years I needed his courage. I needed it. Do you know what I mean? When people would be like, you're this, you're that, and they'd be trying to tear me apart, I could feel my dad going, you're on the right plan. Keep going. Don't let them tear you apart. And he'd remind me about things he taught me about bullies. And bullies, to remind anybody who's new, will never sit down at the table with you. And that's what my dad taught me. It's like if they won't sit down and talk to you, that's what they are. And if that's what they are, don't worry about them because they don't care about you at all. So there you go. So I just wanted to tell you that's where Magoo came from because I know a lot of people wonder about that, and that's Mr. Magoo. It doesn't have, my nickname was, I gave him that because we have these little tiny eyes, right? We both have like little tiny, tiny eyes. And so I nicknamed him when I was a kid, Magoo, because he had a great sense of humor also. And thank you to somebody who pointed out I do too, because I do. I love humor, I love joy, and I love all of you, and I want to thank my dad, wherever he is, for all the strength that he's given me, and to all of you, because I literally and honestly could not have done it without all, and I mean all, the help that I've had. It's been unbelievable. So there you go. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm over and out. I love you. Bye-bye.